welcome to announcements for the month of March. We always love starting off these announcements with a moment of gratitude. Dan, we were talking before we started filming. You have a great one to talk about.
I do. We have 9 students in our confirmation class. They've been working since January on developing their statements of faith, learning about our congregation, about what it means to be Presbyterian, and I'm really proud of this group. Now, of course, we're filming this at the end of February, so I haven't seen their statements of faith yet. They're going to present them on March 3rd to the elders and myself, but I guarantee they're beautiful. I mean, this is always an exciting thing for me to see our students exploring their own faith and learning about the church. They come in the beginning very shy. By the time they're done, you just see their confidence and they feel like they belong. So I love that. Thanks for letting me share that.
Yeah, of course. And speaking of belonging, if you saw last month's announcements, we talked about something that was in March and belonging to this community. And a way to be a part of that is our mission giving and mission teams around here. And we have a mission meeting on March 10th, correct, Dan?
March 10th, immediately following the in-person service, the second in-person service. Anyone is welcome to come to this. We call it our mission team meeting. But what we're trying to do is find more ways that our congregation can be involved in serving in our community. So any of you that have an idea of a mission agency or a partner that is not yet part of our partnership teams, we'd love to hear about those. And also, if you want to be involved in mission, this is a great way to come and find out what opportunities are available. Mostly this meeting is to try to find ways to multiply the opportunities that we have. If we have 600 members here at this church, we need 600 opportunities for people to be involved in mission. And so this is the meeting where we come to do that. We are asking for RSVP because we're going to provide a little bit nicer lunch than we did last time. And then later in the month of March, if you're already viewing this again and you've missed the March 10th meeting, we could really use some help from people who would reach out to call all you have to do is pick one of our mission partners that you would call and line up a tour so that people from our congregation can go and visit that mission partner and learn more on their site about what they do. If that's something that you'd like to do, reach out to Patty and we'll put you to work.
Yeah, it's a great way for us to be a little bit more educated and to learn more about our mission partners and what they do where they are.
Right.
Yeah. So speaking of mission partners, just a reminder that the mission partners for the month of March and for the first quarter of 2024 are the Lancaster Power Packs, Anchor Lancaster, and Rise Against Hunger. So we're focusing on those mission partners that help those with food insecurities. So 3 great mission partners. If you have the chance and have the ability and have the means to give to that, you can do so through the Realm app. Always mail that in, or you can drop it off if you're coming in person.
Right, and just a reminder that 10% of what comes in during that quarter will be sent to the PCUSA special offering, 1 Great Hour of Sharing. Or you can give directly to 1 Great Hour of Sharing through their website.
Yes, and that information for 1 Great Hour of Sharing is up on the screen right now, so make sure you're checking that out, learn a little bit more about that special offering. Now, Dan, they may have noticed, or maybe you noticed if you've been here in person, the gallery hallway has once again transformed into another wonderful array of artwork. And Dan, can you talk a little bit on what it is and why it is?
Yeah, so at this season, the gallery hall has been put together by our team. This is features the art of Scott Erickson. Scott Erickson is an artist that we came in contact with. He's over on the West Coast. But this is a Stations of the Cross display. For those of you who might be unfamiliar with Stations of the Cross became a way for Christians to experience a sort of pilgrimage. When pilgrimage became a dangerous thing, pilgrimage normally was like you left your home and you walked all the way to Jerusalem. When that became dangerous, churches started setting up Stations of the Cross inside their cathedrals so that they could have a similar sort of experience meditating on the final hours of Jesus' life as he carried his cross and then was crucified and buried. It's a beautiful way to contemplate the season, that final Holy Week of Lent.
We're going to talk about Holy Week in
Holy
just a
Week,
moment,
right.
but we have one more event in between then and now. We have March 17th, we have our prayer service. We had one in the fall. This is another one. And Dan, can you just speak a little bit about that? That's going to be 2 p.m. Downstairs in Shirk Hall. But what is that about? What is that opening us up to?
Yeah, it's a restful space.
Yeah.
During any time of the year, it can feel very, very busy. And Lent is that time where we want to sort of slow down a little bit and reflect. And the prayer team is putting together a beautiful opportunity to do that on March 17th. Just come on into the sanctuary, or it'll be in Shirk Hall.
Shirk Hall, yeah.
And it'll be a time of prayer and reflection in a beautiful artistic way. So I'd invite you to come out and just find a place to rest and find refreshment for your own soul during that time.
Yeah, and if that is something that you're unable to do, if you're unable to come out on that March 17th and you need prayer, just a reminder that easy way for us to receive your prayer requests here at the church is through our website. Click on that prayer request button. Within minutes, you're going to have a large group. Our prayer committee, our prayer team is great, are praying for you.
Connected that
way. So that is just a wonderful and simple way for your prayers to be heard here at FPC. Dan, we talked about Holy Week.
Holy Week,
it's coming
here it
up.
comes.
Yep, end of this month.
End of the month.
Yeah, we have lots of things happening that week. Obviously, we start off with Palm Sunday, in through the week, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday. Can you talk a little bit about that schedule, just so we know what's happening?
Monday, Thursday, we'll have a communion service in Shirk Hall. We'll reflect on the love of Jesus Christ. Good Friday, we have our Good Friday service in the sanctuary, a reflection again on the final hours of the life of Jesus Christ. We then will come back together on Easter on March 31st, fifth Sunday of the month, and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. So it's just, for people that only come out on Sundays, you sort of miss the stuff that happens in the week during Holy Week. So I would really encourage you to make an effort to just come out in person if you can and experience these things. We have a few video things, I think, that
there's going to be some special video things coming your way that week. So make sure you're checking that out if you're unable to be with us in person, to keep you connected and to kind of help walk you through that story of that week.
The fullness
and
of
the
that story is experienced from Palm Sunday to Easter.
Yeah.
So catch that all.
Yes. So speaking of, that's March. That's all the things in March. But we do have some things that are in April that we want to talk about a little bit.
We do.
We do.
Yeah,
and there's just a few of them. We're going to start off. Just a quick reminder, check out Walk with the Wise, our podcast that we've been doing here for the last few months. Season 2 has been out. We've already had some great conversations. So make sure you're subscribing to that, checking that out, so that you get the new episodes when they're coming your way. But Dan, speaking of April, we need to do a little registration. We want to make sure we see who's coming, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We do have a little mission project that we'd invite you to be part of, along with an organization called Edible Classroom. You can see them at theedibleclassroom.org. And they'll be working with families from SDOL to provide materials that families could use in their own yards, at their own homes, to learn to grow things and become connected to the earth. So we're trying to create 15 garden kits, and there's several ways that you can give to that. You could just donate directly for the materials that would be needed for that, or you could show up at Hamilton Elementary School to be able to help assemble the things that would be needed for that. They're going to screw together some 3x3 beds and cut landscape fabric and organize seeds into little piles and the material, get the materials together. So if you could show up at 4:30 at Hamilton Elementary School on Tuesday, April 9th. Tuesday, April 9th at 4:30. The event goes from 5:30 to 7 for people to drop in, but we could really use just a few hands of people that love to connect this kind of stuff to families. Would be great.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about that, make sure you're reaching out to Patty at fpclancasterpa.org. She's going to be able to at least point you in the right direction and connect you with that, and may hopefully answer any of those questions. The last thing we're going to say is this word sounds really funny, is summer choral camp.
Summer
especially
kids
as we
choral camp.
film this and it's like 30 degrees outside. So Make sure you're checking that out. This is kind of just an information thing. Our summer choral camp is for rising 3rd to 12th graders. It is a wonderful experience. If your child is interested in choral music, the kids get together. They are led by our music team.
Yeah, some great
by
musicians
Katie,
from the county too.
just teaching the joy and of choral music, and it's pretty amazing. So if you are interested in that, have a child that's interested in that, make sure you're checking that information out. The registration for that will be coming very soon, hopefully here in the month of March. And I think that's it.
It is.
Dan.
We did. We covered a lot, and we covered. Thanks for hanging with us all the way to the end.
Yeah.
We did cover a lot, but it's so great to be part of a congregation that's inclining, increasing, and you are the people that are making that happen. So thank you.
Yes, thank you for worshiping and serving with us here at FPC.